Hello, hockey fans. David here. Just thought I would respond, primarily to the video by the City Hockey YouTube man, whose first name I believe is Jake, to his video. We are pathetic. Jets lose 6-3. Winnipeg Jets game recap reaction 52/82 NHL news. Well. On Friday evening, North American Eastern Time, my home time zone, me, I'm trying not to sneeze. I fell asleep. I decided to have a little bit of a nap. I missed a little bit of the, the first, second periods, but I wanted to get up, given the lateness of the game. I wanted to try to watch some of it. I'm thankful that it was as late as it was, because I got to watch plenty of third period action. And I did. Man, oh man, the Jets just. I'm a follower of the Jets during the regular season and preseason. Because my fandom is of the Toronto Maple Leafs during the during the regular season, during the preseason, regular season, and the postseason. Given how many Stanley Cups the Habs have won, my fandom turns to as many of the Ottawa Senators, Winnipeg Jets, Calgary Flames, Edmonton Oilers, and Vancouver Canucks as possible. For me, it's just really about, I want a team from Canada, from the 2021 North Division to win a Stanley Cup, if it's not the Habs. And that's what I'm looking for. And thinking, are this team playoff? Are the Jets good playoff bound? Well, I know that PegCityHockey, some swear words and all. I typically don't. But again, it's understandable. I mean, I watched that game. When the Mile High C, my hometown Leafs, in their only game in the Mile High C, Paradox Denver, got a point via an overtime loss. Yes, the Leafs were bad defensively, in that January game. But to be fair, the Leafs put up a ton of resistance. They ended up winning against a playoff team. Not necessarily one they're going to play against, but a playoff team. Leafs have had mixed success against playoff teams, doing better against Western Conference ones than the Eastern Conference ones that they have so far played. Yet the Jets somehow seem to throw good defense right under the bus. So that means, yes, in terms of, are the Jets a playoff team? Certainly an argument can be made that they're not out just yet. Just going to refresh the standings for the current season, for the regular season, in terms of where the Jets are. So the Jets, going into games to be played on Saturday afternoon and evening North American Eastern Time, have 53 points in 52 games. 6 points out of a wild card spot in the Western Conference. And thinking, that's pretty good. The Oilers have played 59 points in 51 games, tied with the Dallas Stars, with a tiebreaker between the two regulation wins. So the Oilers, going into their own game against the Florida Panthers, a rather tough Eastern Conference team, hold the tiebreaker, but it's barely won. The Anaheim Ducks have 59 points, but in 54 games. The Canucks, with 56 points in 53 games, are 3 points out of a playoff spot. The Canucks are not in action on Saturday. Although among among teams that still have a chance to make the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Oilers, our hometown Leafs, and Calgary Flames. Those teams that are either in playoff spots or pretty close to them, or at least not quite eliminated. Okay, So, okay, 6 points out. Is that, well, 6 points out? Hey, it's still there, right? But I look at, just going to go to their season here, and it's going to, all right, I'm going to go to, all right, I'm going to go to, all right, I'm going to go to the Winnipeg Jets, and how many games they've lost in regulation, or losing streak now. It shows in the NHL website as one regulation loss, but since having won winning a home game against the lowly Seattle Kraken, the Jets have lost 4 consecutive games, with the regulation portion interrupted slightly by an overtime loss to the Dallas Stars. So, the evidence is mounting that, well, these Jets are doing too well. Since the All-Star break, the Jets have 4 wins, 3 regulation losses. 4 wins, 4 regulation losses, and 2 overtime losses. Good enough for an average over the last 10 games of 1 point. Since the All-Star break, all right, where is it? Right there. Let's see here. Since the All-Star break, my hometown. Let's see how they compare to other. My hometown Leafs. Over here, I have 4 wins, 4 regulation losses. All right, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wins, 4 regulation losses, and 1 overtime loss. So, Jets aren't doing much better than the Leafs in terms of former North American teams. Let's see about the Calgary Flames. Since the All-Star break, Calgary Flames. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I've played 8 games and have 14 points in them. So, that means they for 1 3/4 of a point per game. It's the average for the Flames. So, what about the Canucks? Well, do the Oilers. See how well they've done since the All-Star break. They lost 2 in a row, but pretty easy. The Oilers have won 5 games and lost 4, with all 4 losses having come in regulation. So the Oilers have averaged 1.11 points per game going on the All-Star break. Excuse me. Now I'm going to go to the Habs. Even in last place in the Eastern Conference, have, average a point per game. So right around what the Leafs have. So what about, let's see here, what do we have? What we're going to do is Calgary Flames, Oilers, and right, so we have the Habs, Leafs. All right, let's see here. Go. Oh, we got to cover the Oilers. Let's see what's the Vancouver Canucks. All right, so we're going to go in February. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. So the Canucks have averaged. So they've had 10 points over in their 7 games. So that's basically 1.4 whatever points per game. So they've done pretty done okay. Now what we do is go to we go to the Ottawa Senators since the All-Star break. So since the All-Star break, the Ottawa Senators have averaged a record. Let me wait for it here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 wins, 4 regulation losses. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 regulation losses and 1 overtime loss. So Senators have averaged 1.1 points per game, and that covers the Eastern Conference team. So a bunch of them have a point per game, so they are all getting better a little bit. I mean, the Jets are, are fading, and we'll see what happens with the Oilers. But it's going to be interesting if by the end of the weekend the Jets are no fewer than 7 points back. And yes, the Jets are under 10 points out of a playoff spot, but the way they've been playing, it may only be a matter of days before the Jets drop to below a dozen points out. So, by comparison, the hometown Leafs are, let's see here, with respect to the Eastern Conference wildcard race, the Eastern Conference playoff race, 15 points ahead of the Blue Jackets, 18 of the Detroit Red Wings. One thing is the Blue Jackets, 15 ahead. Pretty secure. Of course, all bets will be off if the Leafs continue to lose, the way that they did during the week of the 6th of February, and after having beaten the Penguins 4-1, but before having beaten earlier this week the Minnesota Wild. So the Leafs have got to be careful, because if they don't, they're going to go down. And, see what happens with the Stanley Cup playoffs. For the time being, let's go look at the, right here. Go back a bit here. Oh. Alright, so all I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to, let's see, to the Edmonton Oilers are vulnerable. The Flames are, not the most secure, but they are more secure than any Canadian team other than the Leafs. The Senators are not likely to make the playoffs, as they are, well, let's see here. The Ottawa Senators, over 20 points out, probably not going to make the playoffs. The Habs are over 30 points out, not likely to make the Stanley Cup playoffs either. So really, when it comes to Canadian NHL teams in the playoffs, if I can pick one in the Western Conference that ends up making the Flames. The Oilers, if there's only one. The Oilers are kind of on the edge. Could we go either way? Canucks go either way. Although they are, doing better recently under Coach Boudreau. Jets are going down, down, down. Well, they're fading. Well, yes, there may be a turnaround on Sunday against the Coyotes, but, well, Coyotes with Jets number 1, Jets version 2 versus Jets version 1. Last time that happened, the new look Jets didn't do too well. I think they were shut out 1-0, in Glendale. Who knows how it'll happen this time. Anyway, I'm going to root for the Leafs and hope the Leafs can beat the Red Wings, but I don't think the Red Wings will be a lightweight team. Because that team is probably desperate for a playoff spot. Try to go for it after many seasons of not even getting in. So it should be interesting to find out if the Leafs can do that. If they can, if the Leafs defense is, good defense lasts beyond the Minnesota Wild game, and well, we'll see. Or if not, Leafs end up giving up a truckload of goals. See what happens. But for now, it's go Leafs go, and hopefully it's by playoff time, Leafs will have enough pieces together that they can make a serious playoff run. It's hard to know though, but the Jets are not likely to even get in, barring a significant turnaround that starts on Sunday North American Eastern Time in Arizona. Go Leafs go.